Next up on our world tour is Kildavin Clonegal. Kildavin Clonegal take on Fenagh in the intermediate football championship final next weekend. Joined here by their captain Donal Hickey. Donal, thanks for coming down and having a chat with us. How's things with yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, pitch is looking alright out there.
Pitch is looking very well, yeah. There's a lot of work going on lately, new nets and new training area out the back, so.
Yeah, and a heap of new signs out here from an advertising point of view.
Club is booming, yeah.
Club is booming. Yeah, and I don't know if people can pick up from the sound, but they won't pick it up from the pitch or anything because it's faced that way. But there's a lovely hall here that a lot of people will know in Kildavin Clonegal. There's young people in there playing at the minute. You've got fabulous facilities here, don't you?
Yeah, they are, yeah, in fairness. They're unbelievable facilities here. Gym, indoor area, and we're actually after getting floodlights in there as well. At the top of the range, but
they allow you to train on the
good upgrade,
on those evenings that we all love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's things with yourself? You keeping well?
Going well now. Yeah, delighted to be in the final anyway.
Yeah, captain this year.
Yeah, captain this year. Yeah, the boys might be captain, so
yeah,
nice year to get, I suppose.
Yeah. And were you a little bit later returning to the fold?
I was, yeah. Actually, we were milking cows at home, so I was very busy in the spring when pre-season was going on, and I suppose busy at home. I was a young lad, and I was in two minds about coming back, and I came down to the pitch one day. The match was at 4 o'clock, so I hadn't time because I was going milking. But I came down, they were playing Ballinabranna, and I was standing on the sideline, and I said, "Jesus, I just felt like a bit of an arsehole."
Yeah.
Tuesday night, went back down to train again. I was actually. We played there over like 2 weeks there. It was my first game back, and I was blown away by some of the younger lads that have joined the team this year, and I remember going home thinking,
I want a bit of this.
Yeah, there's something in it this year. So yeah.
And what was it like trying to make up the time away from it then to try and get back to fitness and then to actually be made captain despite not being there from the get-go is a fair achievement.
Yeah, fitness is never really my forte at the best of times.
You're talking to a lad like-minded here, yeah.
So after it's always a hard graft, but in fairness to the boys, they didn't mind me being a couple of weeks late or whatever, so just started in and put my head down and worked away, and thankfully,
And you got on well with your namesake who's over you this year, obviously no relation, but he saw something in you to make you captain. What did that conversation look like?
I knew nothing about it until the boys were talking here one day training, and they said, "Look, lads, Dougie will be captain for the year." So that was the first I knew about it. So I was very surprised. But anyway,
you just take it on your stride, don't you?
Yeah,
that's the way you've always been. Like,
there's no point panicking, is there?
No, I don't think so. No. You've done a few spells with the county on and off, haven't you?
Bits and bobs here and there. Yeah, I was underage county all up along, but I done my knee when I was 18, and I struggled for fitness ever since then, and it just never really clicked for me after that. But I was in bits and bobs, but never a full year.
Yeah, you were always at the spine of underage county teams, I can remember, and there was. I think you went Hurl on Tommy for a while.
I was there for a while. Yeah, I was there for 3 or 4 months at the start.
Yeah. What happened?
Done all the donkey work.
And then did you get the P45 or?
Yeah, I got the bullet.
Oh damn!
Haven't forgiven him since.
And Wogan has a bit of an attachment, I think, to this neck of the woods.
Yeah, Wogan was down here. I forget the year. He was down here for 2 years, and his second year was
county final year, was it?
No. His second year would have been my first year. I was 17, so that's 14 years ago now. So.
Yeah. Jesus, loyalty went out the window there, didn't it?
Yeah. I forgot very quick.
Wogan would be a good friend of ours. You know where we're coming from with comments like that. But what do you call it? The year Kildavin got to the final, 06. What age were you then?
06, I would have been 12.
Wow. Yeah. What's the memories of that?
Jeez, I remember following
the senior final, of course. That is. We know you've got to a few.
I remember following the team in the noughties, and I was absolutely amazed. They were my heroes that time, I suppose, growing up, and I was actually lucky enough then when I got to 17 to play with them all again, and I just have great memories of following in Carlow and big games. It was all knockout that time. There was no group games, and just the atmosphere was special. And I suppose they got to 06 and they were all young. It was a very young team at the time, and I suppose everyone thought they were going to be, in and around the mix for a long time, but it just never worked out, I suppose.
And they say never meet your heroes, but you're playing with a few of them still.
Still playing. John Carroll, he won intermediate in 98. It was his first year in 98, so that's 26 years ago. He's still playing. He's in around.
He must be around mid-40s.
He's 44 as far as I'm aware. He took a year out last year. He's a builder, and he was renovating flats in Dublin, and he was up so early, and he took the year off, and he missed it so much, and he's back this year and back.
He's mad fit, isn't he?
Yeah, up the front of runs, it's just, it doesn't make sense. But
yeah, and he's out doing, like, it's hard graft like that.
he's a blocker, yeah.
That line of work, like.
Yeah.
And
he's
Stone Mason, some would say Stone Mad.
Yeah, he's a real slave driver.
His brother-in-law now was telling me Stone Mad.
Liam Roberts used to work for him, and Asher, Liam was wore out, so he went into the council for a bit easier life. He always, anytime he gets hurt now, he says it's from Carlow now.
Yeah. Oh, Jenny, like. And so I only realised actually in the last couple of years, our good mutual friend Paul Kelly is brother-in-law of John's.
Yeah, that's right.
I was wondering why he was always abusing it.
Sarah, Paul's sister, is married to John. Yeah, so
and she's still playing a bit with the.
She's still playing. Yeah, she's full back with the ladies team. Yeah, so that was a rock.
Yeah, that's one fit family then.
And the 4 chaps on in years to come. I wouldn't like to be marking anything.
Yeah. Jeez, isn't it great though that the boys all drop their side are still giving that bit of service? John and Paul.
They're unbelievable club men. Like John is down here. He's training under 8s. He's training under 10s. He's down here every night of the week, and he's on committees. He's really just an unbelievable club man. And Paul's the same. If anyone's injured, he's looking after him to the best. And he actually was training the minors this year as well. And just 2 really, really good club men. They always just put their hand up to go again. In fairness to them. And
it's a mad sequence in turn of events. But like Paul naturally would be treating a lot of the Fenagh lads that you're playing against, and there is a certain circumstances that perhaps he might be looking after 1 or 2 of those to get them right for the game that he's going to be playing against them in, which happens to be a county final. It's a bit mad.
Sure, look, I suppose that's part of Paul's job, and you just have to look after everyone to your best, really. And look, people, when it's really a game at the end of the day, and I suppose you put your work first. And
I wouldn't mind being a fly in the wall now for some of those conversations.
Paul is some man. You go in a little niggle or injury, and he counts down to how many days is your next match. I know you'll be grand for that match, whether it's 4
and he
weeks
has it to a T,
whether it's 4 weeks or 4 days. You'll be grand.
It's actually scary how accurate the man is. I hate giving him all this credit now.
He'll have a big head. He owes a couple of pints now for the free advertising.
I think so. Back in Line Clinic. Good character, and that's what clubs are all about.
Especially down rural clubs, small clubs. Everyone needs to get the shoulder behind the wheel, and just the 2 boys. Unbelievable. How they're still going, I don't know.
There's a lot of pubs in this area that you would call your local pub, but that has extended to kind of, I'm not going to say treacherous areas, but there's another club nearby that could claim one of those as well. But asked the boys in Kilbride, they'd say the White Mills is theirs, and some boys down here reckon it's yours.
No, it's a Kilbride pub, alright, but in fairness, when the lockdown came and opened back up, Jimmy was very good to us all, and we were all in there a good bit, in fairness. So that's right, I was back now, in fairness. Yeah, good place around, in fairness, if you come with here. Duns and Osborne's below in Clonegal. Jesus, do you know what? It's terrible to have all these nice pubs around. I was just going to say there's too many pubs around.
Think sensibly. But no doubt you'll be hitting up a few of these, and hopefully, from your point of view, you'll be hoping you'll be in good form heading into some of those places possibly this time next weekend.
God, sure, look. I suppose first and foremost you want to win the football match, and then after that you'll enjoy the occasion, and you'll enjoy, I suppose, win, lose or draw, you'll get a couple of drinks, and that's what it's all about at the end of the year.
As our listeners know from conversations that we'd have with people down through the years and lead up to county finals, we don't really talk too much about the games. We kind of want to get to know what the lads are like and have the crack, I suppose. Some people say to us that this kind of comedy podcast and the football comes second or whatever, but I suppose you did touch on a couple of young lads coming through, and in that meeting you had with Fenagh already, one of those was very prominent, Mr. Jake Nolan. 4-2 I think he got on today, so he's taken to adult football and get up to war.
And in fairness, there's actually 5 minors came up this year.
Alex, another one, is he?
No, Alex actually was playing last year.
Was he playing last year as well?
No, there's 5 minors came up this year, and they're just, I couldn't speak highly enough about them. They're just brilliant lads to put their head down. There hasn't been a problem all year, and Jake is the forward, I suppose. We've been crying out for here for a number of years, and you get your head up and he's always looking for the ball, and he's just a great lad,
Some lad wrote into us from, I don't know, it was a Peru or Colombia, and said he's the new Noel Conway. Don't know who that was.
I don't think Noel Conway wouldn't lace Jake Nolan's boots now, to be fair.
There's not too many KC lads over in South America, so I don't know who that was now. And that could have been a complete fabrication, may have never happened either. But no, he's a good bit of stuff. And look, as you say, when new lads come in, they bring a bit of exuberance to it, a bit of crack, a bit of energy.
From last year, a couple of lads went travelling, and we were under pressure for numbers and stuff last year, and just this year then a couple of lads came back, and then Carlow came back, and then 5 minors, and it's just, I think I counted for the first round, there was 9 changes from the first round of the championship this year to last year, so it's kind of a new team, and it's taken us a while to get going together, but look, the young lads are absolutely brilliant. I couldn't say enough about
and I wouldn't think your manager suffers fools gladly or takes any BS either. I think he's fairly straight to the point.
No, he's straight
keeps
down
it simple too, doesn't he?
Keeps it very simple, but just, I suppose he trained us hard, and just there's no great bullshit with him, and in fairness he's a great trainer, and he's fair, so look, it's going well so far anyway, so far so good.
Yeah, big final. Big, I'm not going to say big rivals, probably there is a rivalry. There's a lot of the guys that know each other as well, but I mean, it's a game of football at the end of the day. You want to win it, but as you've discovered, you're in a similar position to myself. You're a little bit ahead on that curve when different things come in, like having kids and all that. Your perspective just changes, like football is still very important, but you do realise that, there's a bit more to life, isn't there?
There is. You just had a young lad there a year and a half ago, and I suppose just changes your perspective on life that little bit, and I was mad football, I lived or died football, but it's just, you take a small little step back and you realise what's important, and I think you enjoy day by day a bit more than trying to just focus on success.
And I think so, and look, to finish up on it, I suppose, just to back that particular point up, I remember being at a team meeting, must have been 10 or 11 years ago now, down with Loughlin Bridge, and there was a little bit of discontent about lads going to the field, not going to the field, and one player who I won't name piped up and said, lads, I think you should all start having children, because you'll never miss a training session.
Straight out the gap. There's some evenings there you'll be looking forward to get out to train, but then at the same time when he's pulling out your leg for you going out the door, there's a fair level of guilt to it.
Absolutely, it's not simple.
I suppose you come down and you just do your best and get back home, and I suppose you really appreciate it more.
I think so.
The social aspect of it compared to being driven for success so much.
Yeah, spot on. Listen, the very best luck to you there next weekend. Thanks for having a chat with us.
Thanks, William.